Hello. Let's see if this is working. Afternoon, everyone. How are you? It is Mr. Bascom's class on my YouTube channel. I'll give people a few minutes to log in, see if anybody shows up here. Hope y'all can hear me okay on this snowy Saturday as I get started. See if anyone pops in here. Those of you that subscribe. Do 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 do. This is me waiting. This is me waiting. Once you're here, log in or check in or say hello, comment, please. I'm looking for that. So I'm going to type that in the chat while I'm waiting, although you can't see it until once you're here. Say hello, and I'll give you a shout out. Okay, let's see. It says two people are here. Say hello, the people that are here. Say hello so I know who's here. Or somebody checked in and then they jumped right out. That's possible too. I'll never know. You won't tell me. Oh wait, shout out to my wife for getting me the cool Enrico Palazzo shirt. For those of you that watch The Naked Gun, very funny. Those of you too young to have ever seen it, go watch it. Very funny stuff. So, I've been crashing on my couch all day because it's very, very cold out. I did shovel my snow earlier, and my son helped me a little bit. And aside from that, I've been kind of just waiting around, watching a lot of TV. I'm watching streaming Game of Thrones. I'm binge watching it for the second time. So that's what I've been doing. I'm going to give you a few more minutes, see who comes in. Again, once you're here, say hello, type something in there. And yeah, I just want to talk to my current students about some things that we're doing and, just kind of riff a little. Just to fill in the day. I know it's a snowy Saturday and some people are outside. Hey, Lauren, how are you? Um, well, I guess we got, I don't know, maybe 3 inches of snow, maybe four. It wasn't a lot. It was very powdery because it's so cold. But so it was kind of easy to shovel, but it wasn't too bad. How about you, Lauren? What did you get? Did you help in the snow or did you stay inside? Just look at your phone all day. What have you been up to? Tell me what you did today. Let's see. I got 3 people. Three. That is light. Because some people are just home. Maybe I'm catching at that weird time. Because it kind of stinks when nobody's really here to interact with. You know, it's kind of why I have a family friend of mine that does a podcast, and he just comes on a couple times a week. And sometimes I talk to somebody live, and on other times he'll just kind of and that's kind of re-inspired me. His podcast is called The Spiritual Experience with Jay Lewis, by the way. He's pretty cool. You didn't shovel, but you got 2, 3 inches. Yeah, it was windy here too, Lauren. But it wasn't too bad. I like being out there, so I don't mind. My son helped me a little bit. His friend had stayed over, so I had his friend outside in the snow. I don't think he liked it too much, but that's all right. I didn't mind. My son's kind of wiped out, but I have a snow blower for the top of my driveway. My driveway's kind of like this, like a I don't know, like a hill, and the hill's really steep. That's a little harder to do, but the top part is kind of relatively easier with a snow blower, so I use that. So I look tired, but that's probably why I look tired. Hey, Carolyn, how are you? All right, cool, cool. Getting people starting to pop in. Usually takes a few minutes for people to decide if they want to bother saying anything or coming in. But I don't know. I like live streaming. One, if I have nothing to do. Two, just kind of let people know what I'm thinking a little bit. And three, hopefully to get some interaction with my students. I like answering questions and things like that. So for those of you that are starting to pop in now, say hello. Like Carolyn said hello, and Lauren said hello and told me she didn't do anything in the snow because she's mad lazy. What? What? Don't say that. I'm not lazy. Lazy. Anyway, um, my daughter got her booster shot yesterday, so she's a little bleh. Sometimes that happens when you get the booster. I recommend you get the booster, by the way, if you haven't already, if you're old enough. Um, anyway, what do you want to talk about? Who's here? I got nobody here. It's bumming me out. For me, I want to talk for my eighth graders about staying up on their work and being a little more enthusiastic at school because I understand that this is the long part of the year, and again, it's been a really weird year as far as COVID. And then the last month and a half made it even weirder because there was that spike right before Christmas into the beginning of the new year, where it seemed like people were getting sicker faster. So people got a little bit more concerned and worried, you know. But thankfully in New York, that seems to be passing for right now. We seem to have be on the decline as far as people testing positive, and that's really good news. So I just want my current students to kind of interact a little bit more, raise their hands, show their appreciation, talk about things that are happening. Even if you don't want to talk in a group setting, in the small group setting, or sending messages. And that's kind of what this is supposed to be here for a little bit. But I'll come back to that in a minute. I see Lauren's telling me some things about what she's up to. Yeah, we have a super long driveway too. So I understand that gets kind of tough. You're playing hockey on that's pretty cool. You know, yeah, we my driveway and my hill is big enough that we should be sleigh riding, but like I said, my son, he's turning 15 actually in a month and a half, and I don't know, his friends don't like to do that kind of stuff outside as much anymore. And maybe he doesn't. I hope he still does, but he didn't today. Plus, he's been working out a lot for football in the off season, so he's just beat up. He's tired. And Kylie took, like I said, she took that vaccine, and like you, Lauren, yeah, she doesn't feel too good. It happens. When I got my booster, I was fine, but I know, like my wife, when she got her booster, she felt tired. And my son was okay. He didn't really have a bad reaction to his booster, but I think it's a good idea. Anyhow, as I was saying, for my current students, I just want that interaction, and I want them to take what they're doing a little bit more seriously. I don't know if they're listening here or not. Again, it's sometimes as a teacher, I've been doing this for so many years now. Um, some years we have students that are really interactive and appreciate the things that we're doing and are expressive about the things that we're doing. And I guess that's what I'm talking about. Is a lot of my students this year, and again, I know a lot of it has to do with COVID, um, but they don't interact as much. They don't talk about how they're feeling quite as much. They're a little evasive from any real conversation sometimes, at least to me. And I don't know, maybe that's part of me too. I know I have this grumpy face sometimes, and I know sometimes I have high expectations for my students, and they take that as me being, mean. I don't believe I'm mean, but I can be if students aren't doing their part. But anyway, for my eighth graders in particular, I just don't get the same interaction from them that I think would really serve them well this year and into high school. So I'm really asking for them to kind of take a bigger role in their learning by talking about the things they're learning, by communicating with each other as well as with the class and with me about the things that we're learning and about the way they're feeling about things. So if they are feeling down about something, we can have that conversation. I do have that with some of them, you know, but some of the students I don't, and it's just been an odd year that way. Um, in other news, um, it's the off season for football. I have different thoughts on what's coming for me with football this year. I haven't made any decisions by any stretch yet, but I'm thinking about things. I'm thinking about the future a little bit. I just turned 51 about a week and a half ago. So um, now that I'm on the second 50 years of my life, I want to make sure that I'm happy and that I'm making the most of my talents and my opportunities. Just putting that out there. Um, wow, this kind of stinks. It's not fun playing when nobody's playing back. I got to figure out a way. Maybe I could do this like sort of like a Google Meet recorded, but then it's not live quite the same way. I don't know. I need to find some way to get more interaction because right now I got no. I'm talking to nobody. It's a little. So I think I'm gonna bail. Oh well. But guys, have a great Saturday. Go outside a little bit, even if it's just to throw a snowball, help your parents dig out their car, or something. So you can at least experience the snow beyond your window and get away from your phone. Please get away from your phones, guys. You're spending too much time on those things, man. I like looking at my phone too, and I love playing games. I'm playing Clash of Clans all the time. That's my favorite game. I play Retro Bowl a lot on my iPad, but you got to do something more than stare at your phone, people. All right, you know who you are. I'm gonna bail, guys. I'll see you. Have a good weekend.